On March 24th, the Mount Allison administration sent an email to the university community to state that they had rejected the proposal to give a tuition rebate to students. After missing 3 weeks of classes as the result of a faculty strike, students were disappointed that their interests were being ignored and unimpressed with the condescending and dismissive nature of the administration's email. The rejection of a tuition rebate prompted students to take action by holding protests and wearing a blue square to publicly show their support for a tuition rebate.
We want an education! We don't want a corporation! We want an education! We don't want no corporation!
We want an education!
A rebate we should get! We're all in debt! A rebate we should get! We're all in debt! A rebate we should get! We're all in debt! A rebate we should get! We're all... It's the way to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! A rebate is the way to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! A rebate is the way to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! A rebate!
Because we think it's terribly unfair that students are not compensated for missing 3 weeks of the service we paid for in full. Crowd cheers. Woo!
Students were frustrated that the administration of the very university that taught them to think critically would expect them to accept their decision about the rebate in a quiet and apathetic manner. Petitions with hundreds of signatures have been signed, and hundreds of letters have been written to the administration stating the necessity of a tuition rebate. It is clear the university community is frustrated, so we asked students why they're in support of a student rebate. And here's what they had to say.
I think there's no question that we should receive a rebate or not because we paid for a service which we did not get.
I see the struggle that the students are embarking on right now as symbolic of a much bigger thing. It's not about the money, it's not about getting $200 back, it's about the fact that the administration basically taking advantage of the fact that we've been pretty complacent through this whole thing. We've been protesting, whatever, but in general our generation is pretty accepting of whatever happens. And now we're taking a stand and saying, no, we're not going to sit by and let them treat us like we're children. They expect us, we're here for 4 years to cultivate a sense of critical thinking, and that's exactly what we're trying to express right now. We're trying to gain control of what we feel we have the rights to.
I think it's just fair that we receive a rebate because we lost 12 days of class, and now we're in a compressed semester, and we're all really stressed, and it's just kind of out of principle, the fact that we paid for the service and we're not getting it.
I think that we deserve a rebate, mostly because we paid for a service and we missed 2 weeks of it, and moreover, because these extra services that supposedly we are receiving are really only meeting the status quo of other universities. We are so underserved in terms of like wellness, there's a wellness center and any kind of like psychological help that students may need, so these extra services are really just meeting the standard. Canadian standards. So.
I'm in support of the tuition rebate because I feel like we're being treated like garbage from the school I once loved.
I believe we deserve the rebate because the foundation of every university, and especially in Mount Allison University life, are the classes, and because the classes didn't take place, the university talks about the experience of Mount A, and we didn't have that experience for 3 weeks.
It is clear that students are frustrated that they're paying for a strike that was in no way their fault. Show your support for a tuition rebate by wearing a blue square on your backpack, jacket, or on your grad gown during convocation.
I
support
the
student
tuition
rebate!